Now, the left out part is a pattern. Pattern is nothing but a nested loop. When you want to execute or when you display a patterns, usually we go with the nested loop format. Now, in this case, public class, some class name, public static void main. Okay. Then, after this, assume I'll come to this part later. I will explain from here. I have written the same code with for loop because for loop is better than the while loop for us. If you observe, how many rows of outputs are there here?
Five, sir.
Five
Five, sir.
Sir, 5.
are there now. So usually the outer loop specifies how many rows of output you want. Outer loop is usually for how many rows of output you want. Since we want 5 rows of output, outer loop should repeat 5 times. So what I do, I start R from 1, R is less than or equal to 5, means 1 to 5. So first time R is 1, yes, 1 is less than 5, condition is satisfied. When the condition is satisfied, we know it comes down. Here, one more loop is there. First time, how many columns of output you want? First row, how many columns of output you want?
One only, sir.
One only. Second time,
Two.
two. Third time,
Three.
yes. As in which row we are there, so many columns of output we want. So I start from 1, I go up to R. Means, what is the value of R? Those many times the inner loop will repeat. It starts from 1, goes up to R. C is 1, C is less than or equal to R. First time R is 1, yes, 1 is equal to 1. The condition is satisfied. When the condition is satisfied, it comes and prints 1. Which one is it? This one is printed. Am I right? Are you able to get it? So, we are able to print this one. Then, C++. What happened to my C? C becomes 2. C becomes 2. 2 is less than or equal to R. What is R now?
Two, sir.
R is 1 only, no? How it is
The one.
One,
R is
one.
1 only because we entered first time and the loop is repeating here now. C was 1, 1 is equal to 1, condition satisfied. We printed this one. Then it jumps up here itself, C++. C becomes 2, but 2 is not less than or equal to 1. The condition is not satisfied. When the condition is not satisfied, this line will not execute. This line will not execute, but the immediate next line will execute. See what happens. What is there in the second next line?
The cursor goes to the next line, sir.
Yes, just to take the cursor to new line, system.out.println is there. Just the cursor goes to new line, nothing else than that. Is it okay? So we have moved to next line. See, outer loop actually takes the cursor to new line. Then what happens to my R?
R is 2.
R becomes 2, correct. R was 1, now R becomes 2. Satisfied. 2 is satisfied. Once it's satisfied, it comes down. Once again, C starts from 1. See, C has become 1 once again. 1 is less than or equal to 2. Yes. Satisfied. Print C. This one is printed. C++. What happens to my C? C becomes 2. So 2 is less than or equal to 2. Yes, satisfied. Satisfied means again print C. See, 2 is printed. Then C++. Actually, C becomes 3, but the condition is not satisfied. When the condition is not satisfied, this line will not execute. It goes down and cursor goes to new line. Then once again, R becomes 3, satisfied. Once you come inside each time, Once again, it starts from the beginning. That's the very, very important. So once again, C starts from 1. 1 is less than or equal to 3 means 3 times the loop will repeat. 1, 2, 3 is printed. Then C becomes 4, the condition is not satisfied. Cursor moves to new line. My R becomes 4. C starts from 1, goes up to 4. As a result, this entire line is printed. When C becomes 5, condition is not satisfied. Cursor goes to new line. R becomes 5. C starts from 1, goes up to 5. So this is printed. When C becomes 6, condition is not satisfied. Cursor goes to new line. My R becomes 6. But 6 is not less than or equal to 5. Condition is not satisfied. As a result, it comes out of the outer loop. It comes out of this loop. It comes out of this loop means the pattern is over. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting the logic of how? Eh? Now, I want you to print this pattern. 1, 2 twice, 3 thrice, 4 4 times, 5 5 times.
Sir,
Sir,
Rishabh, wait.
sorry.
Rishabh, please wait. Others.
sir, instead of system.out.print C, you have to print R, no, sir.
System dot print of C. He says print R. Is it okay, Rishabh? Rishabh?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any others? Any other opinion? What he is saying is, instead of printing C, we had to print R value over here. That's what he said. How many understood? Raise your hand. Archit, where is your hand? Archit? Ah, right? Because when we are in the loop, when the inner loop repeats, R remain constant. When the first time the inner loop repeats, the first row when R is 1, inner loop repeats only one time, that time R is 1. When R becomes 2, this inner loop repeats twice, both the time R is 2, so it prints 2 twice. Then 3 thrice, when because R will be the third time, starts from 1, goes up to 3 times, but it is R value will print, that is same number is printed over here. Anybody want to take down? Anybody want to take down this program? Here to make R over here. Everything is same.
sir, easy only.
Huh? What man?
Easy only, sir.
Not clear to me?
Sir, it's easy only, sir. That's what I said.
No, easy only. Okay. Now, I'll change the pattern. Now, down your hands, all of you. Except Abhishek and Rishabh. Other chance. Except Abhishek and Rishabh. Others. Others fast.
Sir,
Ah,
that R statement will be same only, sir. First for loop,
ah,
then second for loop, sir. C is equal to R
ah.
greater than equal to 1,
Ah.
and then C minus minus, sir.
Very nice. Perfect, Manish. Good.
Thank you, sir.
See, the reason is number of rows of output is 5 only. So the number of times the outer loop should repeat remains same 5 times. Then number of times the inner loop should repeat. depends of the number of row value, R value. But here number should decrease, or what I say, you should start with a variable and you should end with a constant one always. So what I do here, instead of writing C is equal to 1, because I don't want to start with a constant, I want to start with a variable, that is R. C is equal to R. So you should start from R, and C is greater than or equal to 1. C is greater than or equal to 1. Till it reaches 1, we want to continue. C minus minus, decrease it by 1. And now, see, first time R is 1, it starts from 1, 1 is greater than or equal to 1, satisfied, it prints 1. C becomes 0, condition is not satisfied. Then R becomes 2, C starts from 2, goes up to 1, see, value should decrease. Previous program, whether the inner loop increases or decreases, it won't make any difference because we wanted to print the same number in a row. Whereas in this program, we want to start with the variable and end with the constant. So we are starting with the variable and ending with the constant. So we continue like this. For outer loop remains same, but inner loop pattern has changed. Anybody want to take on this? Now Manish turn is over. Anybody have any problem in it now? Logically understand how the pattern is there, triangle is there, where value is increasing or decreasing, starting with the constant or ending with the constant. Observe something. Is starting with the constant means, okay, start with that constant. You are starting with varying thing each time. That varying is a row number. So you can start with the row number R value. Till 1 you must reach, greater than or equal to 1, minus minus. Is it okay? Anyone has any doubt? No doubt. Very good. Now I'll change the pattern. Now,
Sir, R should be 5, sir.
wait, Tarun, good Tarun, start Tarun.
R should be 5 and
R should be 5.
R should be greater than 1.
Greater
R
than equal
minus
to 1,
minus.
good. R minus minus, fine.
Then C is equal to 1 and C is less than, greater than R, sir. Greater or
Then R equal to R, correct.
C plus.
See, good. See, in this pattern, you observe it is an inverted triangle. Means as you go down, the size is increasing or a base is decreasing. So we want it to decrease its base. So what I do, I start R from 5. 1 to 3. If I go from 1 to 5, also 5 times the loop will repeat. Or if I come from 5 to 1, also the 5 loop will repeat 5 times. So I start from 5. I say R is greater than or equal to 1. R is greater than or equal to 1. R minus minus, because pattern base should decrease. First time you should repeat 5, inner loop should repeat 5 times, whereas next time you should repeat only 4 times. And from where the number should start, it should start from a constant 1. So it is C is equal to 1, and C is less than or equal to Tarun.
Sir,
C is less than or
C is
equal
less than
to
or equal to 1, sir.
C is less than or equal to
1, sir.
check.
Sir, C is greater than or equal to 1.
Then it will never ends, no?
R,
Abhishek?
sir. R.
C is equal to R because R is 5 first time. It should go up to 5. And C plus plus. C should increase here, not decreasing. So now if you print, first time R is 5. 5 is greater than 1, satisfied. Starts from 1, goes up to R, means 5 times the loop repeats 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed. When C becomes 6, it goes to new line. R minus minus, R becomes 4. Once again, it starts from 1. So if you start from constant 1, should go up to 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that the pattern repeats. Because base is decreasing, outer loop should decrease. Are you getting it, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. If anybody want to take down, take down. Now it looks simple. Unless you revise, you will not remember. Because someone is writing the program now, it's very simple. Now take down if you want. Anybody want to take down, let me know. Raise your hand. Otherwise, no problem. I'll continue. Okay. So this is a way you can print the pattern. Just let me know if it is 5 4 3 2 1 4 3 2 1 3 2 1 2 1 1. What should be done?
Sir, R will
Sir,
be
C is equals to 5.
Nirian, okay, Nirian, huh?
Sir, we put C is equals to 5, sir.
Huh.
And then C is less than or equal to, is greater than or equal to 1.
Huh.
And then C minus 1.
Huh. C is equal to 5. C is, what you said? Repeat once again.
So C is equals to 5, sir.
Hmm.
C is greater than or equal to 1.
What happens then?
C minus 1.
See, you are not observing what I'm explaining and understanding. You are starting with a constant as well as ending with a constant. Say C is equal to 5, you said. And you're saying C is greater than or equal to 1, you said.
Oh, sorry, sir. C is equals to R.
C is equal to R. Good. C should start from R. At least one should be a constant and a variable. Understand? If you're ending with a constant, end with a constant. But if you're starting with a constant, start with a constant. Observe, can you make use of the same outer loop variable to end or start the loop pattern? If that much is clear in your mind, pattern becomes very, very simple. So don't get confused over there. You get confused, huh? So this is the pattern. You can do it, I think, now. Now, I will move on to some other patterns. How is this pattern? What's the pattern here now?
Got it, sir.
Sir, understood, sir.
Huh?
understood, sir.
Understood. See,
Yes, sir.
usually I say it is number of rows and number of columns. But here, yes, that concept is there, still there. But only thing is that here the difference of 2 has come over here. So, and it is starting with 1 always. See, inner loop is starting with 1 always. But it is ending at first time 7, then 5, then 3, then 1. So he is ending with using the same outer loop variable only, he is using it. So he started the outer loop from 7. The inner loop can repeat 7 times. Means I can get number from 1 to 7. Inner loop repeats 7 times. Comes down when the condition is not satisfied, cursor goes to new line. See, he used the outer loop variable itself to repeat next time only 5 times. I is equal to I minus 2. It is not necessary to decrement by 1. You can decrement by any other value even according to the requirement. So it becomes only 5. So 5 is greater than 1. So inner loop repeats 5 times now. And printed. Cursor goes to new line. I minus 2, only see 3. Repeat thrice, printed. It becomes 1. Only one time it printed. See, base is decreasing. Outer loop should decrease. That's what I try to say. And you should start with a constant always. So start the inner loop with a constant. End with a variable. The variable, we use outer loop variable itself as an ending variable. So no pattern printing is done only with 2 variables. If you don't notice it, no, you would have said I is equal to 1, I is equal to 4, column would have come. Or if you said I is equal to 4, I is greater than 1, because seeing that 4 lines, rows of outputs are there. Row, yes, important thing. Even here also it repeats only 4 times. As a result, what is required for us is satisfied with this even. Is it okay? Any difficulty over here? Anybody want me to explain in detail? No. Good. Then next pattern. This pattern. This pattern. Go the pattern once. How many understood? Raise your hands.
So,
Ah,
the student P equal to P plus 1 after this loop, sir, for J.
for J loop. It is there after for J loop only, no?
So, like after closing the bracket for that loop.
So instead of assigning p value, we can write k is less than equal to 1 only, no, sir.
K is equal to
K is less than equal to 1 in the k loop, sir.
Aditya is giving one more suggestion. If you want to use P variable, he'll write K is equal to less than or equal to 1. Is it okay?
Sir, no, sir. We want to
No,
change
sir.
equal to.
Yes, very good. See, first time he thinks of only one time. He will not think the second, third time and all. He thinks of only first case he thinks and he answers it. Right, Aditya?
Yes, sir.
Aditya didn't get, I think, na? Here, pattern heading. See, 5 rows of output. Here it is starting from variable, ending with the constant. So for that reason, he took the outer loop 5 greater than or equal to 1, I minus minus. But inner loop, he started from 1 less than or equal to p. What is the value of p? P is 1. Means 1 is equal to 1. Condition is satisfied. So only I showed here a blank space is there here. It repeats once. Means one blank is left. Next time we need to leave 2 blank spaces. Can you make out there are 2 blank spaces next time? Unless you use a variable and increment like this, how do you get 2 blank spaces, Aditya?
Sir, I didn't see the last line, sir. Sorry, sir.
Is it right? Unless you increase the blank spaces, p value, the blank will be only 1, then 4 will come here. Right? We need to leave 2 blank spaces next time. For that reason, we need to increase the value of p. Is it right? Next time when loop executes, we want to leave 3 blank spaces. So that reason we has used the p variable. First time only 1 blank is left, that's not over. J should start from a variable and should end with 1. So it is decrementing concept. Don't change the sign. Very, very careful. If J is equal to I, instead of writing greater than, if you write less than, will it execute or not?
No, sir.
No, because first time only condition won't satisfy. So you must be careful, greater than, less than, see symbols, no? It changes, see how it is changing. So j is equal to a, j is greater equal to 1. From 5 to 1 we repeat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is printed. Cursor should go to new line. Then blank should increase next time. So p is equal to p plus 1 is there. Next time I becomes 4. This is one reason we are using the variable like this, and second is same variable we can use for starting the pattern even. Rishav, Nirian, is it okay now? Nirian. So
Sir, I have another solution, sir. Can I screen share?
tell me, Sir Rishav,
Sir, can I screen share it?
you want to
Screen share.
screen share? Okay, share the screen. But I think it is not allowing. Is it allowing? Okay. See, he has written something else. K is equal to P minus minus. So present value of K is 5. So it repeats there. K is J is equal to K. J is greater than equal to 1. Come execute the program, sir. Execute the program. Okay. What happened? What happened to me? We didn't
Sir,
get
I
a
need to
blank.
add space.
Without that inner loop, one more loop, now we won't get a blank pattern only, sir. Right? We don't get a pattern. The blank pattern we don't get. So we can't go with that method, right? Okay. So he has not done this part, right? He directly gone for this part. Then where is the blank spaces? We need a blank spaces over here that is not done in this program. So one loop is just to print a blank spaces. Then other one is to print the pattern. So we have two inner loops, one for blank triangle, one for number triangle. Is it okay? Is it okay? Others?
So suppose if they asking the question to make it right aligned, then you have to use this blank space concept.
If they ask you to?
Like right aligned. Usually in the output we get left aligned.
Right around like this if they ask. Then you must think that there's a blanks over there, and there's a reason I showed here. In the question paper they won't show. Here we must, the reason I showed like this, blanks are there, and you have to do it with the blank pattern, you have to do it. If I don't want this blank in the beginning, what is the changes I must do in this program? I don't want this blank in the beginning.
Sir, interchange the K for loop and J for loop, sir.
I don't want this blank spaces. I want.
P is equal to 0.
Sir,
Who is that? Arush?
No, sir, Nirian, sir.
Nirian, Nirian? Correct.
So I said P is equal to 0.
Yes, make P is equal to 0. Since P is 1 first time, one blank is printed here. If P is 0, that blank will not be printed. Good. In either way, it is okay because first blanks is not visible. So why I wrote is, why I drew a line over here is, according to this program, we get one blank in the beginning of the first line itself. For that reason, to show that I had drew a line. Is it okay? That in any either way it works out. They will consider and they give marks. Actually, they want to know this much, but the programmer has done 1p is equal to 1, so we are getting one extra column here with blanks.
Sir, or else you can do K is lesser than P also, no, sir?
Yes, very nice, very nice. K is lesser than P. See how many logics we get like this. That is the way we improve the logical thinking. Same program can be done in various ways. Good. Shall we proceed? Anybody want to take down this?
Yes, sir.
You want to take down, raise your hand, others down your hands. Who want to take down, raise your hand, others down your hands. Okay, once you finish taking down your hands. The next pattern, go through please once. Who understood can raise your hands. Good, Archit, Tarun, Rishav, Aditya, Abhishek. Because for you people in the revision, okay, I'm happy that you are able to understand faster and better. For those people who are not present, first time they are seeing that they are not so confident as you are. Good. The more you revise, you'll understand better. Good, Manish. Okay, good. Anyhow, I'll repeat for my satisfaction. See here, 5 rows of output, like last program. Last program also made up of 2 triangles. Even here also it is made up of 2 triangles. Now, here, as he did, we can break it either here or this side or that side. Now, A starts from 1, A is less than 5, A plus plus. 5 times the loop will repeat. Means 5 rows of output we'll get. B starts from 1, B is less than or equal to A. Means 1 is equal to 1. It prints 1. See, this 1 is printed because of this inner loop. Now B becomes 2, condition is not satisfied, means it goes to new loop. C starts from P. What is P? P is 2. See, this first inner loop has printed 1. That's all. And you see it is printing the value of A. The outer loop variable it is printing. The same thing it prints. That is then 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4 times, 5, 5 times. E is printed by the first inner loop. That is the reason I gave that example program before. When you print the outer loop variable, same thing will be printed. So 1, then 2 twice, 3 thrice, 4 4 times, 5 5 times is printed because of this. But once you print 1 now, it will not come to next. This second loop should complete. Second inner loop. C will start from P. That is from 2 it starts. Less than or equal to 5. See, it is starting from 2, end at 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5 is printed here. Cursor goes to new line. Then P is equal to P plus 1. Because next time we want second row should start from 3, not from 2. If I keep P2 as such, then once again start from 2, 3, 4, 5. Pattern will change. That is the reason P has been used. But it is inner loop variable we are printing. So that the number is continuously increasing here. See 2, 3, 4, 5. Ending at 5. See everything is ending at 5 only. So it starts from P and ends at 5. And this one is printed, or these 2 2s, 3 3s are printed from the first printing statement. Other part is printed from this printing statement. Hope you understood. Then we thought of simplifying it without using P variable. Am I right? Are you understanding this line now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why should I use P, one more extra variable? Whatever the value of A is there, so first time in the first row, A will be 1. So you start from 2. So start the second inner loop from A plus 1. When second time, second row, A will be 2. I must start from 3. So I don't want to use P. I say C is equal to A plus 1. Is it right? Is it not better than what he has given over here?
Yes, sir.
This is the way you must think of improvising your program. Okay, you understand the program, whatever is given by them, but still you should not stop at that level. Is it possible to improvise that program? Either number of variables you decrease, or number of lines in the program you decrease, or number of times the loop repeats you decrease, something like that, some other way. You must be able to do it. Is it okay? Is it okay? Now,
Yes, sir.
small change. I want this line what we printed before, should print because of the second inner loop, not for the first inner loop. What change I must do?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Now, I want the first inner loop to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or second time 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 5. This should be printed from the first inner loop, not the second inner loop. This loop. A minute. I want this to be printed. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5 from this loop. Means from the second loop, not from the first loop. I want the first loop to print nothing in the first time, then 2 only, then 3 twice, 4 thrice, 5 4 times. What change you need to do?
Sir,
Hmm.
B is equal to A, sir. Then B is less than or equal to 5.
B is equal to A, B is equal to 5, B plus plus. First part is perfect, I think, right? Then, good. Then the other case, second time the other loop, 2 once, 3 twice, 4 thrice, 5 4 times. Good, Manish.
Thank you, sir.
First part is fine. Second part. That's what he said for this loop. Now, what about this loop then?
Sir, C is equal to 2 and then C is lesser than or equal to A.
C is equal to 2. C is less than or equal to A. Good. C is equal to 2. C is lesser than or equal to A. Then
Sir, C plus.
C plus plus. And printing, what you will print? Because he is printing C over there. What you will print now? What you will print?
Sir, P, sir.
No. Sorry, ma. Sorry. No, this will not work. Because first time I understood here it starts from 1, goes up to 5, B plus plus. Okay. This line will come. But next, if what happens? if first time it may not print anything, I agree. But next time, no, first we must print only 2 first time, no? We should print only 2 first time, no?
Yes, sir.
Then the next time when I execute the loop, the problem will come, right? Because I don't get 2 first. I get 2, 3, 4, 5 from here, right? Second time when the outer loop completes, first time outer loop completes and enter the next time, B starts from 2 and it starts from 2, 3, 4, 5 will be printed. I don't get 2 twice. I directly get 2, 3, 4, 5. Means no, this logically, this part actually is printing. Before that, actually, we are supposed to print this part. Means this loop should go up actually. C is equal to C is less than or equal to A. A is fine. C plus plus. And you have to print the value of A only here. Means this line, this loop will go up and these two lines will come down. This line will go up and this line will come. Otherwise, here what we can do, here only we can make B is equal to 2. B is less than or equal to, because first time we should not print anything for us. So I must make it as, sorry, so I'm trying with this system, it is not working clear. Here, first time, I must make a change here. Here I must make B is equal to 2, B is less than or equal to A, B plus plus, but print the value of A, because B starts from 2, 2 is not less than or equal to 1, so nothing is printed over here. Whereas when it comes over here now, here C is equal to, as I said, C is equal to A, C is less than or equal to 5, C plus plus. Is it right? This replacement,
Yes, sir.
correct, no? Okay. Here, see what we did is we are able to print the pattern using 2 inner loop and 1 outer loop. Am I right? We are able to print the pattern with 2 inner loop and 1 outer loop. Instead, actually you can try today with only 1 outer loop and only 1 inner loop for this pattern. Are you getting my question? Are you getting my question? Shall I repeat? I have 1 outer loop, 2 inner loops. First inner loop to print the first part, second inner loop to print the second triangle. First one for the lower triangle, second one for the upper triangle. It is general logic I said. But try doing these patterns with 1 outer loop, but only 1 inner loop, not with 2 inner loops. You can try doing it. Are you getting the question? Have you got the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this you had to try. Have you done it before, Reshav? Aditya? Tarun, Archit, have you done it before like this?
Yes, sir.
We had done it, no? Okay. You people, actually, who are coming today? Sanjeev, Abhishek. Okay, Abhishek. Niryan and all, try doing with 1 outer loop, 1 inner loop. You get some better logics always when you do it like that. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
This method also works. This method also works. Any doubt in the second method? So that this part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 will be the upper triangle and lower triangle. First time nothing is printed. Here 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5 is in the lower part. Shall I proceed or anything you want me to ask? Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The last pattern. Numbers are continuously increasing. Numbers are continuously increasing.
Understood, sir.
Understood.
Understood, sir.
Good. See, one more extra variable is required because number should continuously increase. We cannot print either A or B variable. Previous all the patterns we used to try to manage with only the routine variables to print the numbers. But here we cannot print because number should continuously increase. So in this format, numbers are continuously increasing. Anybody want to take down this program? No need. Okay, good. So these are the programs and pattern. These are the basics programs. If you understand these programs, hope you can do any question. Now, there are some questions. It's not so clear, I think. No?
Yes, sir.
It is not so clear. I will show some other pattern. Wait. Can you see the questions now? Can
Yes,
you see
sir.
questions? Differentiate between. Okay, I'll come to these questions. Maybe I'll come back to this. These questions we'll discuss later. Nested loop concept. Loop within a loop is a nested loop. He talks about a break statement. See, when I say a for loop is there, one outer loop, one inner loop, and inner loop is when the body of the inner loop is only this much. And if I is greater than 2, I say break. Means in which loop we are there now? We are in the outer loop actually now, right? Since we are in the outer loop, when I say break in the outer loop, it comes out of the outer loop directly because the break is used in the outer loop. It exits the outer loop. Whereas I think he has given one more example here: outer loop, inner loop. Inside the inner loop, something he is checking and he is saying break. When he says break inside the inner loop, we come out of the inner loop, but we go to the outer loop. The outer loop will continue. Or the outer loop will continue. Are you getting the concept of breaking in the inner loop and breaking in the outer loop? Can you see the screen? Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So are you understanding the difference between this break and the previous break?
Yes.
This break is in the outer loop. So it comes from the outer loop. This break is there inside the inner loop. So when you say break, inner loop breaks first time. Inner loop only breaks. Once again it goes back to outer loop, and once again it comes back to inner loop. Are you getting it? So there's a difference between using break in a nested for loops. Similarly, what he did here, he has given one name here. See, ij is a variables, outer colon he has put. Outer colon. Then one loop is there, one more loop is there. He is breaking in from the inner loop only. But while breaking, he just didn't say break. He said break outer. See, he has named it. He has named the location. Break outer means it goes out of the outer loop only, because the whole thing comes out of it. It comes out of the outer loop. For that reason, he says break outer. Usually, we don't put the word it breaks the innermost loop. If you name it from that part, that block, it comes out. Similarly, the continuous statement. When you use a continuous statement in the inside the inner loop, if a condition is satisfied, without executing this line, it goes back to next this iteration by increasing the j value. Are you getting the concept here? Here the condition is given. Satisfied, we say continue. Continue means it goes back to this inner loop next iteration, not for the outer loop. If this is not satisfied, it prints, then actually j will be incremented. So continues to go to the next iteration, skipping the remaining lines in that iteration in the inner loop. I think here, see here, for loop is there. Here the outer for loop I continue is used. So when it is not inside, actually this is the outer loop. Inside that one more inner loop is there, but we are saying continue from this loop. Since we said from here continue, then what happens? Here the condition is satisfied, it increases the I value, not the inner loop is not going to continue. Here itself it continues, means this will not execute when I is 2. When I is 2, the inner loop will not execute. Is it okay or confused? Okay or confused?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So it depends on where break and continue is there. If the break is there in the outer loop, it breaks the outer loop. If break is there in the inner loop, it breaks the inner loop only. Means it may go back to outer loop, once again it will come back to inner loop. But when using break statement, if you name, then it can jump to out of the outer loop even. Similarly, continue. If it is there the inner loop, the remaining in the continue in the loop will not execute. Remaining in the loop will not execute. Whereas, where is this? Whereas it goes back here. If I use continue in the outer loop itself, the remaining lines of that outer loop for that iteration will not execute. It goes back here. Anybody want to take turn and try this in the system? Anybody want to take turn and try in the system? Raise your hand. Or lower your hands. So if you want to raise, you have to raise one more time. Anybody want to take down and try? Okay. Manish, you want to take down and try? Manish?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Which of the programs you want to try? From where? Break? From where? This one or?
Sir, continue, sir. Continue only, sir.
Continue only, yeah? Okay.
Sir.
Okay, continue. This first continue.
So it's there in the new textbook, no, sir?
New textbook it is there.
Okay.
New textbook it is there. In the previous book it was not there. Old edition of the book it was not there.
Sir, done, sir.
So done. One more continue here. I think it is better to buy this book. So many exercise questions are there. Nice book is, guys. We can make use of it. Or if we can buy this book, APC book. APC Publishers. RA Publishing Company. 10th standard book. Abhishek, it is available in Sapna or Hema? Where you got?
Hema, sir.
Hema you got. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, done, sir.
Done. Okay. So that is same way labeled outer also you can use. It goes out the outer loop. You want to take note of this? Manish?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay. These patterns already we discussed, no? This series and all we discussed. So I don't think we'll have a problem with this pattern series and all. Fine. I think I'm just want to check any pattern is there. Continuous numbers are increasing is known to you now. And numbers are decreasing this pattern, this pattern, this pattern. This pattern is not necessary. It is too much complication is there in this pattern. Leave this, very much complicated will not come, but this you can go through now. This pattern. Pattern of numbers as well as alphabet, combination of them.
Understood, sir.
Understood? Outer loop 5 times will repeat. When outer loop repeats 5 times, we get first time the inner loop prints the numbers, outer loop variable. This print the char of p, 65 is ASCII value, so that is printed. Anybody want to take down? Then k is equal to k minus 1, p is equal to p plus 1. Because we have to get ASCII value 66, next time we have to print so many p's. Anybody want to take down or okay?
Sir, understood. Okay, sir.
Okay. Any other pattern is there? Okay. Now, this ends more or less the looping chapter, whatever yes we covered the patterns. So all different types of programs are covered by now. Now, what I feel is today is on a Saturday one thing. Second thing is that some of them have to write their mathematics test even. Paper has already come to their mobile. So today we will wind up with this much and freshly we'll start on Monday the double dimensional array. Is it okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Today
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
stop with this so that 9th standard portion gets over here. 10th standard double dimensional array I'll start on Monday. So now who are only computers, we can relax or you can go through other things. And mathematics students take relax for some time. If possible, finish the test before your physics class starts. There's only 14 questions are there. It is left to you. How do you want to do it? Okay. See you on Monday.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Sir,
Bye,
thank you,
sir.
sir. Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir.
Hi, Risha. Bye, Sanjeev. 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 Okay.